Do you feel like you're always working and don't have time to relax? If this resonates, then this episode is for you. And I really don't think I know any entrepreneur who doesn't struggle with this at some stage of the game, because entrepreneurs tend to be high drive, high achievers, I can do it all type of people, but it does cause you to have some myths that you run by in terms of your money stories and the way that you build your business and the way you feel about relaxing. So that's what we're talking about today. On this episode, do you have a stress set point? If it's your first time here, I'm Dr. Amanda Barrientes, the host of Max Potential Money. If you're a coach or an online entrepreneur, this is your place to get tips and tricks about money, mindset, marketing, and manifestation so you can align yourself to make way more money in your business doing exactly what you love with more joy and less stress and less effort. Okay, let's get started. This topic has come up so many times this week for me with the people that I work with and conversations I've been having around the entrepreneurial community. And it has to do with this idea of what I decided to call the stress set point. I want you to think about this like a set point where you have a lot on your plate. You're constantly doing, you're constantly going, you're on that treadmill of BS in a certain way, and you constantly add more and more and more. And then all of a sudden, a big project drops off, maybe you completed it, it was successful, and you're like, there's this opening in your schedule. And instead of taking time to relax and enjoy your efforts and reward yourself, you add something else on the plate, often something even loftier and bigger than you had on your plate before. I think of this as a stress set point. So it's like you finally would have the opportunity to be like, I can reap the rewards of all the sewing and of all the effort, and I could actually take some time to relax, and or I could have money flow to me more easily. But instead, you feel really, really uncomfortable in the free time and the free space, and you decide to add more back to your plate. So you keep this constant stress level going forever. And I know this well because I used to do this all the time. I really used to struggle with this, and all the entrepreneurs I work with struggle with this too. So it's this idea that we have to work hard to make money, and that if we're relaxed, it's not worthy somehow, or we didn't really earn it, or why do I get to feel good and be relaxed making money when other people are working so hard? This could come from your childhood belief system that's really rooted in that money belief that it's more righteous to work hard and make money, or people are lazy if they don't work hard to make their money. Or, you'll hear people talk about when someone gets an inheritance and they're like, judgmental of them and going like, they didn't work hard for that money. They didn't earn it. It doesn't really count. Like, it doesn't count somehow if you're not stressed out while you do it. Or it's an unconscious avoidance strategy or wealth shame to tell other people like, oh, I'm making it big in the world, but I had to work really hard for it, right? Because then you think, oh, they won't think I'm a jerk. They won't think like, oh, I just get lucky or I have this easy flow of money. And I don't really believe in luck. I believe that we attract opportunities our way and we attract wealth our way through our energetic alignment. But that could be that you're attracting easy opportunities your way where you get to relax and have a 4, 5, 6 hour work day. I would be shocked. I'm thinking about Tim Ferriss and the 4-hour work week. I don't know anyone, especially in a startup, who's going to work 4 hours a week and be successful in their business. Yes, maybe once you get down the road in your business and you have a lot of automated systems and you've delegated a lot of it, and you have a great network and you have business experience, you could probably get to where you work 4 hours a week. I don't think that's realistic in the beginning, but it's also not healthy for you to think you need to work 15 hours a day or 12 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week in order to build your business. You can do it, and I've done it. In my first year of business, I worked a lot, and I hadn't really learned the law of attraction or manifestation strategies or marketing strategies that I'm teaching you here to have it be easier. And my biggest money block in my mind was that I've got to work hard to make money, that making money is hard work. Those were very tied in my brain, and it caused me to have this stress set point. And I see it over and over again in people when all of a sudden they they're like, oh, I can breathe, I can relax, and they take off some things from their plate, and then all of a sudden I see them adding more. And it's my job when I'm working with them to go like, hey, wait a second. Are you taking time to relax? Are you believing that you can make money easily? Are you believing you're allowed to feel good and slow down and expand into creating the lifestyle you want through your business? So I really like to reverse engineer businesses. So for you, I want you to think about, am I engineering my business to be a prison where I work all the time and I never get to relax and I have this stress set point that's really, really high, like I'm maxed all the time? Or are you creating a business where you go like, yeah, I take the weekends off or whatever days of the week you choose. You work 4 to 7 hours a day, or let's say even 8 hours a day. Okay, you work 8 hours a day, 5 hours, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Just got lost there for a second. So you work 40 hours a week, let's say, Monday through Friday. And you get to have the freedom to go on a run in the middle of the day, and then you work a little later at night. Those things are all fine. That's not really what I'm talking about. Like I don't think that you're going to end up, if you love what you're doing, you're going to work 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day because you enjoy what you're doing and you want to work more than that and you want to expand your reach. You want to maybe get to the high 6-figure or 7-figure mark. You're going to need to work a little bit more than that. But it's not where you're so maxed out and you're so tapped out and you're taking on everything all the time that you feel like you can just never relax. And that you work on the weekends. And when you're hanging out with your family, you're thinking, I should be working. Or when you want to go on vacation and you don't allow yourself to unplug. Like these are what I'm talking about in the stress set point. And I want you to eliminate this and start considering where you're at in this. So these are the questions I want you to ask yourself. These are action steps. These are journaling prompts. These are self-reflective awareness ideas. So number 1. Question your money beliefs about hard work and making money or easy money flow. Like I want you to be thinking like, do I have the belief that I'm allowed to make money easily and I don't need to be stressed? Like start digging in and looking at your models when you were as you were raised in your household. What were people telling you? What were they saying? What were they doing about hard work and money? Because it's a very common money block. I think it's one of the most common, especially among high drive entrepreneurs. I want you to start considering so you can start to bring to your conscious awareness what those money blocks are so that then you can decide to decrease your stress set point so that you can relax more. Number 2, I want you to narrow your focus. So last week I talked about narrowing your focus to expand your money freedom. I want you to narrow your focus, which means you've got to start saying no to things. You can't say yes to everything and feel good. If you're trying to please everyone, win everyone over, meet the whole entire world, please the whole world and meet the whole world where they're at, your business is going to feel really overwhelming, and you're going to also just feel like you're over delivering and undercharging probably. So you need to narrow your focus and start saying no. You don't need to say yes to every single opportunity. Say yes to the right ones. Number 3, I want you to ask yourself, is what I'm doing bringing me money and bringing me joy? Okay, so I want you to get hyper-focused on the money-making activities, and I want you to get hyper-focused on if it's bringing you joy. Because usually when we're filling our plate with a lot and too much, we tend to be pleasers. We tend to want to say yes to all the opportunities because we have a fear of missing out. We tend to have that underlying unconscious belief that we've got to work really hard to make money. And you will get up in the morning and feel stressed and burnt out and not really in jive and flow. And you probably aren't experiencing a lot of joy. So I want you to be asking yourself, is this bringing me joy? If it's not, you're going to drop, automate, or delegate. So is it bringing me joy and is it making me money? If not, drop it, automate it, or delegate it. And last, I want you to use this mantra. I am willing to feel better and better every day. I am willing to feel better and better every day. And that's a funny one, but we often have this unconscious belief that we're not really allowed to feel good in our lives because other people are suffering. And really, it's the opposite. The better you feel, the more people you can help come out of their suffering. You get to shine your light in the world. You get to make a larger impact because you are a glowing, high vibe force that attracts people to you to be their leader. And you can only do that when you are in joy and in flow and not super stressed out. So those are my tips for today. I hope you have an incredible, amazing, fabulous week where you reduce your stress point and build your business fast. NFA high fives. If you're loving what you're listening to, make sure that you subscribe, leave a review, share with friends, and I will be back next week with more money-making tips just for you. Thank you for listening to or watching this episode and for being a part of the NFA family. You are why I do what I do. If you're liking what you're learning here on Max Potential Money, you will definitely want to go to www.nfamasterclass.com to learn about the #1 deadly money mistake all entrepreneurs make. Again, that's www.nfamasterclass.com. Until next time, remember to be NFA today.